All right, well, Codex fixed its first big bug. Here we are, and I'm with some of my first players in the game because I'm playing live and developing live on the production server. So here we went through, we found the one enemy that pops out of the truck, and we're exploring these buildings here. And then I thought I'd troll him when he come out of this thing, and wait a minute. No! Shot by my own teammate. Well, we're on different teams, actually. We need to get rid of that. So I'm going to tell Codex, which I've set up Codex by now, so I can try AI Assistant and Codex using script sync instead of Rojo to get the files out of the cloud and onto your local machine. And so script synced in the beta features is doing that. And Codex is using those files to edit locally. Here we're going through, kind of testing my game, and I had found out, I guess, when these players are in here, I think I was actually adding automatic gunfire to the enemies. So I was testing that. It sounded too much like the bots from PUBG, just bah 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 bah. So I told it, sometimes do single fire, but if they have an automatic weapon, sometimes almost do bursts of a random amount of bullets. We're testing that. Then removing the teams that we're not supposed to have in there anymore. Codex didn't really know what was going on with the teams. Maybe it was a feature that was supposed to be in... I'm just looking at my mic level, like I hope I'm using the right mic. The feature that's supposed to be in the Roblox studio, and so here, bad editing. The feature in Roblox Studio, we had to go to AI Assistant and it removed the teams right away. So we did get to that, and we are having an editing glitch where I just left it on the screen for ages and didn't clip it out. But yeah, we had to go to AI Assistant in Roblox and then back to Codex. And so what happened was I was testing all of this, and there was a player in my game. And the player, you'll see in a bit, but the player left the game. You'll see why he left. And when the player left the game, everything froze up. The bots all froze up and everything. So I see the teams here. We're still trying to get rid of the teams, right? But I told you the story about how that happened. If the gun that the enemy is holding, if the gun that they are holding is an automatic gun, this is where I was saying, do the automatic fix. I'm getting a bit behind on my videos because I had to do the script sync thing, and that took a huge bite out of my usual workflow that I was getting into. And but it's huge progress because it's a different workflow. It has different capabilities potentially, and I can use Codex 5.5 ChatGPT with extremely high intelligence thing. Let's see, do I have another player in here? We have another player. We removed teams, and there he tried to throw a nade at the guy, and he went flying backwards. So obviously the nade did not go very far. Now, if you look, everything is stuck. I couldn't throw the nade. Everything's jammed up. So there has to be some kind of error that happened, some kind of bug that jammed everything up. So that's where, I would say, can you look at the code and see why it's freezing up? And no matter how many times I let Codex take a crack at it, it couldn't get it. I might have let AI Assistant take a crack at it. But as a programmer, because it can't see the bug for itself, then I had to say, the reason for this is probably, I had to give it a hint. The reason for this is probably that when the player leaves, there's some sort of array full of players and it's just catching an error. It's pretty obvious that that's what it was. So then eventually Codex could get it at like 4 in the morning. So here we are, it's running through. I tried to make this video only 8 minutes, but I guess it's 9.5. Ew. So I probably should have compacted this here, but at least you'll get to see more of the AI yapping and me yapping over the AI video here. So what did we do? Cool thing is I'm testing it. We're getting a lot of players. I'm at 2.1 thousand views on the game. So 2.1 thousand people have clicked on the game and are playing it. We need to think more about the icon, the screenshots that are being used. Maybe even the name is kind of weird, Trench to Trench. It's kind of hard to say. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. So we got to think about marketing. It's kind of a weird, like kind of dark, pale logo. It's not really in line with what should be on Roblox. It should be sort of like bright colors, or like, you know, kind of like a picture, a third person of the guy peeking out with the gun at an enemy or whatever, right? So here Codex thinks it gets the answer, and I'm testing it with an extra phone. So I have 2 phones, or I have a computer and a phone, and I'm able to just, you know, launch both live. I'm testing live because it's not a finished game, so eventually I have to move over to a little bit more advanced workflow, but it's not that hard yet. And here it was running for so long I had to hit continue, and you have that whole rigmarole. And we're 6 minutes in. Boy, we're almost done this video. We're 6 minutes in. I should have compacted this because I have 2 videos that I have to make. This is the second one, and you know, so I'm a bit lacking for content, but not really, because there's a lot going on right now. I'm not even recording it. I'm trying to get like a whole new flow for running in mobile, because when you're moving the joystick a little bit, yeah, he walks, but I want it to like have a little bit more room for walking before you actually tilt the joystick all the way and run. And then when you run in the ACS system, he points the gun up and you can't fire the gun, because you'd have to, you know, do the animation pose back out to the aiming pose. And so I'm working on something for that right now. It's looking pretty good, although Codex said it put a run button, because this is what I decided on. I'm going to put a button that you hold down to run. And then here in the background, we got to hit continue again, because it's like, it has no idea what to fix. So it's just grepping through, it's reading through all the code over and over again, instead of saying, I don't have any idea what you're trying to fix. But yeah, we got 2 minutes left here. You know, it was pretty funny. Oh, we have another player in the game, but I kind of glossed over that. I should have really compacted all of this AI stuff where not much is happening. But yeah, we had someone come in and try the game, and that's the thing. 2.1K players. There's a lot of action. There's like, I was just testing. I'm testing in production, but that's okay. And you know, we're just developing stuff as we go. You guys are part of this, and you get to see the development live in action. It's pretty exciting stuff. And when the game's finally playable, and you know, that's going to be super duper exciting, because we need to get some flows going here so we can make even more games. You know, I got to work my butt off to come out with many different prototypes I got. And that's why AI is so fantastic, is I have so many prototypes. And here you'll see I'm shooting guys up in the mountain and blah, 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 blah. So the wave generator is working. We got like 3 or 4 or 5 waves of players, and I think it's starting to put them in the wrong way. Like, why is he up on the hill? He was actually on the other side of the fence. That was the problem, is he was on the other side of the fence. Oh, I was getting stuck. I was like, why is it going back and forth so much? It was getting stuck for some reason. So I don't know if I started asking the AI or whatever to do that. But here's where I told the Codex, I think, can you actually just look at the arrays? You know, NPC still has the same problem. Keep trying. You know, at some point I tell it there's arrays you need to look for, and it keeps getting closer and closer. That's the thing. It didn't one-shot it. I had to say, keep trying. Come on, dude. Like, let's go. You got to yell at it sometimes. And that's it. Stay tuned.